One of the things that we are most proud about in the Suarez team is the plethora of different successful agents on our team. But we're interviewing teammates about their path of success, their American dream, as we will call it. Your career has been on an enormous trajectory.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
Hi, James Suarez here with the Suarez team out in Silicon Beach, California. And on today's episode of American Dream TV, we get to interview 5 agents who are going to share their American dream of not only getting into real estate, but their experience of their career. We're going to hear their great stories, everything from a millennial who in her first year did 27 million to a gentleman who this is his 3rd career and he's in line to do $1 million in production. If you're thinking about real estate or you're thinking about joining a team, when you're done watching these interviews, I can tell you're either going to be convinced to get into real estate or join a team, or you're not. I'm excited to share our first interview today, so come on inside and meet Peter. Super excited to kick off our interviews with Peter. Now, Peter, I know you're very busy, so thank you for taking the time out of your day to meeting with us.
My pleasure.
So when I say busy, right, this is your 2nd year in real estate, yet you have about 7-10 escrows going on right now?
Yes, we're in 7, was in 9, close to, and then now I'm shooting for being at least 10.
Your first quarter in real estate, you did like $8 million in sales, which is absolutely incredible. So what I'd love for you to do is share that journey, with you. First off, how did you decide to get into real estate? Let's start there.
Yeah, so I moved here from Sweden about 4 or 5 years ago, I think now, and coming from a very successful life over there, starting over here, starting to find my way in a new place, and I have a very good woman in my life. My wife started piquing me a lot of times. Maybe you should start real estate because you're good with people, you're good with sales. I think you can be very successful. And eventually I decided to take my license and then find a team. But I wanted to be on the right team, and I didn't find a team that was a fit, so I actually started by myself. I was at the office every day, didn't know what I was doing. I was probably just drinking a lot of coffee. And then there was the class calling night, and then I met you. And you and your wife Roxanne decided to believe in me, and here we are 2 years later.
Now tell me about that path. Did you just interview one team? Was there multiple teams? How did you land on the Suarez team?
I interviewed a whole bunch of teams because I wanted to find the best team for me, and this was what I felt was the best. It had a mixture of having fun. I'm a big believer. I truly believe when you have fun, you perform. So I saw that. I wanted to work with people that was great that they were doing, that was at the top of their field, and you embody that. And then the 3rd thing, resources, having coaching, having the ability to focus on one single task, which is helping your clients, and having the rest taken care of.
So for the audience out there, that whether it's an agent that's just not performing what they're capable of, or if it's someone who wants to get into business, let's say after they decide to get into business, and let's say after they've gone through the interview process and selected the team that's best for them, or to go on their own, what would you say the next 1 or 2 crucial steps are for that agent to take?
Massive action. Like probably during these 2 years, I've probably met more people than most agents do in 5 or 6 years. So even though I've worked a shorter amount of time, I've been exposed to a lot of people, and I've been able to showcase my knowledge, my love for helping them, and I think that's a big part of the results. But also doing the right thing when you meet with people, to actually truly help them and to learn the things that I've learned from you, how to negotiate and walk them through the whole process. So I think those are the two things.
And not only do you do that and more. Already you've accomplished great things. And listen, I really appreciate you taking the time, sharing your success, and I hope that you continue to, and in fact, I know you will continue to champion real estate.
I hope so, and thank you for everything. Thank you for the opportunity, and I think for everybody out there now, you only need one person to believe in you, and hopefully you'll find somebody that do believes in you, and if not, start believing in yourself.
That's great advice. Peter, thanks again, man. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, James.
Yeah. Here we are at a construction site to interview one of my favorites, Ron Anami. Not only is he a real estate agent, he's a developer, and he's a new father of 3. Ronnie, thank you very much for joining me today.
Sure.
So if I remember correct, this is not your first career. In fact, it's like your 3rd or 4th, right? And what you originally went to college with and sales are very different. So I'd love for you to tell the audience your story of getting into real estate.
Yeah, so my story is out of college, I was a CPA. I took all finance classes. I took anything that did with numbers, that's what I did. So I did that for a few years, moved from New Jersey to California, started a business with a cousin of mine, and we refurbished and distributed electronics for years. That was kind of, oddly enough, the start of my real estate career. We fortunately bought a warehouse that we leased out half of it, so we became landlords. The business unfortunately didn't do well, but after a handful of years, the property value almost doubled in value. It allowed us to sell that building, turn that building into an investment of a couple of multifamily buildings. And at that point, as the business was actually fizzling out, I was struggling for something to do. I meet you, I realized hey, he's doing well. Why don't I see what this is all about? Real estate really just kind of felt like a natural fit. Once I was already in the business, I made the leap of faith into real estate. I researched a little bit what was out there. I talked to some people that were in commercial. I talked to some people that were just single agents. And then I talked to you about a team, and I realized that being someone that had no experience, a team was definitely the way to go.
Well, let's talk about that. So again, it was this huge leap of faith.
Yeah.
It sounds like it was a calculated steps that you took in order to get here to help you get over that hump.
Being commission-based and not having all the expenses that I know that come with a realtor, and not having to put any money at risk to get money was a huge thing for me. Had benefits right out of the gate, so all I really had to do was focus on being an agent. Learning everything I need to learn from a team, which I got a lot of great guidance and a lot of great experience just watching you, and just a lot of the knowledge that I gained from other experienced agents on the team that allowed me to accelerate how quickly I could do my first transaction within 2 months or maybe even 1 month, when I know the standard agent barely does one within the first 6 months, and they probably average 2 to 3 a year. I think I did 12 in my first year.
Which is amazing. I mean, your trajectory of success has been awesome. But let me ask you this. Now, I just was told a statistic by our team. The average second-year agent on our team, average second year, 2 years in the business, makes over $250,000. Why do you think that is?
They only have to focus their energy on earning clients and closing transactions. When they get a listing, they don't have to worry about paying all the listing expenses, figuring out the marketing. They have one job: get the client, close the deal. And that's it. And when you can focus on those things, your time is a lot more efficient.
Now, the reason why we're standing here is because this is one of your projects, but this is not your first project, right? So talk a little bit about this property and the numbers and how, the other aspect of your business that you do.
So I'm very fortunate. This is I believe my 7th one. It's finding the right property, getting the right price. I think we bought this one for about $1 million. Probably going to put around $300,000 into it. We're going to have a really cool design element in this house, and hopefully sell it for $1.7 million, maybe $1.75 million, and make a cool few $100,000 on it. So that's a great supplement to my regular realtor business.
For those who really want to get into real estate, when they're formulating the plan, what's 1 or 2 really important steps that they need to take?
First step is really making that decision and making that commitment to be an agent. After that, it's really creating a plan of how you're going to, excel in that business. Any new agent that's really just starting out, I think the future of real estate is really going to teams. So research all the teams out there, right? So look at what each team is offering and see which team is going to get you to excel your business as quickly as possible.
But Ron, you are definitely on the path of success. I really appreciate your time, and continue the great work, man. Continue the great work.
Thanks.
here with Will Robertson. Such a pleasure. Will is the #1 listing agent on our team, and he is absolutely crushing it. Just to give you some reference, the average person in Southern California sells about 3 or 4 homes a year. From the numbers that I looked at today, you're already at about 25 million closed and pending.
That's correct. Yeah.
Those are phenomenal numbers. You are crushing it.
Thank you.
So let's get right into it. Will, you came over to our team, not, from a different career, but you were in real estate, yet decided to join our team. I'm sure the audience would love to hear about that.
Absolutely. So when I first got my license, I was recruited by a brokerage. I liked the way that they were doing, but I really had no frame of reference. And so I signed up with this brokerage and I started the business. And what I quickly realized is that the exam doesn't prepare you to do the work. You actually don't really know how to do any of the work from the exam. And they offered training and things like that, but not a tremendous amount of support and really nothing that helped you kind of propel your business forward. And I watched a lot of people who were sort of failing in the process and not getting a lot of help, not getting a lot of resources. So then a mutual friend who was working on your team said, hey, we should talk. You should come meet James, see what they're doing. They're taking a little bit of a different approach. And so we started kind of getting into it, and what I immediately found out was that all the things that were challenging in the business, you guys were addressing with your team. You were approaching it more as a business and putting people in place to help with all the different parts of the business. Aside from that, I was very impressed by the level of marketing that you were doing. It was something that we were not seeing even with the top agents at my own brokerage. And so kind of a light bulb went off and said, okay, here's a team that's actually doing this the right way.
You took the leap of faith to even interview a team. Now, I'm sure it was somewhat intimidating, or there's an obstacle knowing that there's a 50-50 split.
Right.
But yet, I'm sure the audience probably already did the math on 25 million in volume, even 50% of that. Those are incredible numbers, and we're only halfway through the year. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's sort of the age-old. I mean, this was the conversation that I had with my wife and my family. I was impressed with the company, all the things lined up. This was really the only actual consideration. And ultimately what I got to is kind of the age-old thing of, do you want a big piece of a little pie, or do you want a little piece of a big pie? In real estate, you need opportunities. The potential to earn is infinitely higher when you have more opportunities.
We like to look at it as this is a partnership.
Exactly. I mean, I think really what that speaks to is, it's very important to me to make it about the client. And what the team gives me is the ability to actually really provide them A+ service. And it's why, when they decide to sell other homes, or, when they have friends, they're gonna give us referrals, because I can take the time to really give them the service that they need and deserve, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, incredible, right? I imagine our agents out there right now who are not getting the results they desire and know that they are capable of more. What's the next step that they should take?
I mean, I really think they should consider interviewing with a team. Because I think that if you're out there doing this on your own, it's only a matter of time before you realize that if you want to get to the next level, if you want to earn a really sizable income, you need opportunities and you need support.
People like you, right, that have the servant's heart, understand that our #1 goal is to provide the best possible outcome for our clients.
Absolutely. In real estate especially, because it's such an emotional thing, because it's typically the biggest asset that someone either buys or sells. As an agent, if you want to do your best work, you really have to make it about your client. And the bottom line is, if you don't have help, you probably can't do that.
You couldn't have said it better. For everybody in the industry, I hope you heard Will's answer, because at the end of the day, it's about providing our clients the best possible outcome, mastering the real estate experience, and sir, you have accomplished that again and again. It's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
And an honor to have you on our team.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Well, here we are in beautiful Venice, California. I'm Scott Griffin, your host of today's Mortgage Minute, and I wanted to highlight and share with you, for the self-employed home buyer out there, today's opportunities look so different than before. I wanted to bring you here to Venice to show you some of LA's luxury real estate, where a lot of our self-employed individuals buy and own real estate. And in 2021, we're doing it differently. We're not using tax returns alone. You know, if you're going to ask a self-employed individual how much did he earn, don't you think you should look at bank statements? And that's exactly what we do. We've created solutions in the lending world to allow the self-employed to own the homes they actually fall in love with and qualify to buy. And I thought you'd want me to let you know. Thanks for joining us today here on our Mortgage Minute. Let's get back to the show. Come on.
So I would like to welcome you to what I call the H.E. and Ginny Sanctuary. First off, thank you very much for having us in your lovely, beautiful home.
Thank you.
That you guys manifested, and I definitely want to get into that. But why don't we start from the very beginning?
Okay.
Right? We're interviewing teammates, right? You guys are the husband and wife duo on our team. But we're interviewing teammates about their path of success, their American dream, as we will call it, in real estate.
You know, I was at Keller Williams and I was in a class, it was Ignite, and you were talking about success. You told the class about you and Roxanne and how you create your success. And that looked like you waking up together, husband and wife team, at 4 a.m. in the morning and doing something called the Morning Miracle. And it just spoke to me. I was like, here's this super successful guy in our office, and wow, I just did not expect to hear that from you. And I was like, okay, I need to join that team.
So how did you determine to go, hey, team route?
I needed guidance. I mean, I had a mentor who was wonderful, but he was also very, very busy. There's just so many questions in between. It was just a lot. Just the feeling of having support and people around. I felt kind of like a lone wolf in the beginning, and that was also hard to get the motivation to do the things you need to do. So that was ultimately what made me know that I wanted to do the team route.
So let's say, Ginny, because this real estate wasn't your first career, right? I'm sure that leap was somewhat scary. So take us, quickly through that leap, getting into real estate, joining the team, your first year.
So I was in the wine business and I adored it. I loved it. I'd done all I could do in the wine business. I loved it, but I was feeling like I wanted something different. So I talked to my realtor, and this was, a few years ago, and she was so helpful in encouraging me and kind of demystifying how to get into it. So that really, really kind of pushed me to go, you know what, I'm just gonna do this.
And then H.E. comes into the picture because he
Yes.
sees your success and says, hey,
Exactly.
right, how is it now working together? How is it now being on the team? How's performance? What's life like?
So I think immediately it gave me infrastructure. Not only that, we got leads, which was helpful. And then that third year, H.E.'s mom, and she was kind of thinking he should do it. He should leave his career in the alcohol business is where we met. So third year, H.E. decided to move on from that business and join me. And that has just been like a total game changer. Yeah, it just is amazing. We just adore
I always
it.
saw the real estate business as home transactions, buying and selling homes. But when I saw Jenny being successful at it and being very soul gratified through the human experience and realizing that clients really need someone that they can trust in this business, and to see the joy that Jenny had through taking a client through difficult transactions and really them being just internally appreciative to what she was able to get them their home, get them their dream home, and that soul gratification is really what plugged me in, and I was like, okay, I'm all in. I'm gonna do this too.
The love and the care is obviously going outward towards your clients, which is also why you've had the success that you have, and I'm incredibly honored to be on this journey with both of you. So thank you for that, and thank you for allowing us into your amazing, beautiful home.
Thank you.
One of the things that we are most proud about in the Suarez team is the plethora of different successful agents on our team. It is an honor to introduce one of our millennial agents, Alicia. Pleasure, and thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks for the warm welcome.
So let's say that you're in your mid-20s, is that fair?
Yes.
Right, that's actually a compliment. Wish I was back in my mid-20s, but you just finished your first full year in real estate. Tell me about that first full year, and how much did you do your first full year?
Well, my first full year, first of all, was during COVID, so that's exciting in itself, but I was able to sell 27 houses, which is quite an achievement.
Quite an achievement. The average agent in Southern California is like 3 or 4, I think the statistic is.
Yeah.
Your first year, you do 27 homes. And so what is that, about 27 million worth of homes?
Yeah.
So I'll let the audience do the calculation on the commission. Well, huge congratulations. So tell me about that path, right? Tell me how you got into real estate, how you decided to join a team, because we weren't the first team you joined.
Correct.
So take us through that journey.
Yeah, so I kind of had a very unconventional journey. Like you mentioned, I got my real estate license when I was still in college. You know, most people enter the real estate industries, perhaps like you mentioned, their second or third career later in their lifestyle. So after graduating college, I relocated to Silicon Beach and, you know, wanted to join a team, enhance my skill set. So I chose to partner with the Suarez team. You know, they're dominant in Silicon Beach, which is the real estate market I was most intrigued to specialize in. I think joining a team definitely has enhanced my skill set, just being surrounded by like-minded individuals, and it's empowered me to be a better agent as a result.
So Alicia, I mean, again, tremendous success, you know, early on in your career, early on life, right? There's probably several other millennials, there's other generations that are, you know, want what you have and are attracted to that. What would you say the first maybe 1 or 2 steps are for them to get on that path?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. You know, first I'd recommend joining a team. It kind of enhances your level of learning. You learn at a faster pace. You're surrounded by others who've been in the trenches, so that enhances your learning experience to excel faster. I think as well, find a niche that you want to specialize in, whether it's a specific area geographically, or I like to specialize in Silicon Beach and first-time buyers. So have that niche that you know, study in real estate market that you specialize in, so you can better serve the client as a result as well. And I think also always being a student, always learning, being coachable, and just evolving with the industry.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the main reasons you've been so successful is you are a student of real estate. Your clients are lucky to be with you. We've said a couple times, a couple of our teammates said, interview different teams,
Sure.
right, to find the best match for you, right? We're a structured, disciplined team.
Sure.
That may not work for everybody. So when the audience decides to get into real estate and decide to go interview a team, what are some of the things that they should look out for? Just like if you were advising a seller on what to look out for when interviewing agents, what should agents look out for when interviewing teams?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think one, determine what geographic area you want to focus on and what team's prominent in that market as well. I'd also want to see what team's credible. You know, you're going to enhance your skill set if you align with a credible team as well. If you're a newer agent, what training and coaching do they offer so you can excel as an agent quicker versus them being a solo agent? So those are the 3 traits I'd look for in a team.
That was excellent advice, and I would expect nothing less than you, Alicia. I'm really excited to see what the year is going to bring you. I'm sure you're either going to hit or exceed that goal and that trajectory. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Alicia, thank you very much for taking the time.
Luxurious and modern home in Mar Vista. Nestled on a manicured 5,200 square foot corner lot, this 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3,000 square foot abode impresses with jaw-dropping Mediterranean architectural influence, contemporary design elements, and a gorgeous Spanish tile roof. The impeccable interior features towering wood ceilings, premium finishes, elegant hardwood floors, tons of natural light, and a huge living room with a gas fireplace, double patio doors with city and hill views, and a massive adjoining loft. The gourmet open-concept kitchen features top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances, quartz countertops, sleek cabinetry, a huge center island with waterfall edges, and a sophisticated dining area. The master bedroom pampers with a walk-in closet and a European spa-inspired ensuite with a Romanesque shower, deep soaking tub, and dual vanities. This ideally situated 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,500 square foot condo offers the epitome of mid-century style with clean lines, contemporary architectural elements, and an organically flowing layout. This split floor plan property includes a flood of luminous natural light, upgraded luxurious finishes and fixtures, handsome faux wood flooring, and an expansive living room with wet bar. The stylish kitchen features robin egg blue cabinetry, quartz countertops, stainless steel appliances, a retro oven, lantern tile backsplash, and an adjacent dining area. Slip through the sliding glass doors to experience California indoor-outdoor living in your enclosed sunroom. Recharge in your master bedroom, which includes 3 deep closets and an attached ensuite with a chic dual sink vanity and a glass-enclosed spa-like shower. Sophisticated Spanish architectural elements dominate the exterior of this 3-level, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,700 square foot abode with a traditional Spanish tile roof, wrought iron detailing, and rich Tuscan hues. This magnificent home stuns with high ceilings throughout, tons of shimmering natural light, an organically flowing layout, and amazing views of the bay and mountains. The open concept kitchen features a stainless steel gas range, unique black granite countertops, and an adjoining family room. Relax in the master bedroom, which includes balcony access and a spa-inspired ensuite with dual vanities, a walk-in shower, and custom tile work. Ascend up through the atrium via a spiral staircase and burn the midnight oil in the top-level loft, or view the stars from the adjoining outside space. Sophisticated and dashing condo in Westwood. Located in the highly desirable building of the Royal Regency, this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,500 square foot home is convenient for busy professionals and adventure seekers. Once inside, you immediately notice richly toned hardwood floors, tons of shimmering natural light, thick crown molding, premium finishes, plantation shutters, and an openly flowing floor plan. The gourmet kitchen features stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, pantry, and an adjacent dining room with floor-to-ceiling mirrors and a glittering crystal chandelier. The master bedroom includes an enormous walk-in closet and a chic ensuite with a jetted bathtub and dual sinks. Marvelous home with superb Silicon Beach location. Nestled in the highly coveted area of Westchester, this 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom property includes tons of natural light, gleaming wood floors, cooling cellular shades, and an impressive living room with a cozy fireplace. The modern kitchen features stainless steel appliances, ample wood cabinetry, recessed lighting, a pantry cabinet, and a spacious dining area. Boasting a fully enclosed backyard, the entertaining possibilities are endless with an expansive concrete patio, lush green space, and plenty of room for an al-fresco experience. Unwind in the master bedroom, which has ample closet space, custom built-ins, and an attached spa-like ensuite with a white marble top storage vanity and shower tub combo.